Hey y'all, what's good, what's poppin'? I'm really excited to get into today's video for y'all because today I'm going to be doing a review, a demo, and a wear test on the Tower 28 BeachPlease cream blushes. So I have 3 shades here. I actually had a comment from one of my subscribers asking if I was going to be trying out any of the new shades, and I was like, girl, I didn't even know they released new shades, but this is a brand that I have talked about extensively before. I featured a lot of products from them. I talked about their dewy highlighter when they first came out with that. I'm also a fan of their Bronzino cream bronzer, and I also mentioned one of their lip jellies in a couple of my videos as well. Pretty much everything this brand makes slaps, and I love it. And so I'm really excited to come on here to try out these for y'all and see if I feel the same way about these. So if y'all are excited to see a full review, demo, and wear test, be sure to stick around till the end of the video. That's what we're going to be doing today. Before we get into it though, I just want to say thank you to all my new and returning subscribers out there. Thank y'all for sticking around, supporting my content, and helping me to grow my channel. If you haven't already, just be sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell button as well, so that you get a notification every time I upload a new video. And with that being said, let's get into it. Okay, so y'all know the drill. I'm going to be doing a full rundown on everything. I will be talking about the products, but I do just want to go ahead and briefly talk about the brand as well, because I feel like the brand and their mission statement especially is really important to talk about when it comes to these products. And that's a huge reason why I gravitate towards this brand and why I'm excited whenever they release new products. So like I said, I've talked about this brand many times. One of the things I really love about this brand is it's developed with sensitive skin people in mind. So the founder of Tower 28 actually has eczema, I believe, and she was just really frustrated with the lack of high performance cosmetic products that were also safe for sensitive skin on the market, and decided to take things into her own hands and develop this brand. So all of the products from this brand are built to be high performance without sensitizing or compromising the skin in any way. So this brand is a clean beauty brand. Now I have mentioned before on the channel, clean beauty isn't really an industry regulated term. It doesn't really mean anything across the board. So I'm not saying that a brand calling itself clean beauty doesn't mean anything, but it's really up to the company to take that into their own hands and make something of that. But I feel like this brand actually takes that clean beauty label seriously and really backs up their claims with their formulations. I don't feel like they're just hopping on a bandwagon. So all their products are formulated to meet the standards of European Union cosmetic regulations. And just to give you an idea of how extensive their regulations are, the European Union bans about 1,300 different ingredients in cosmetic formulations. In comparison, the FDA in the US has only outright banned 38 ingredients. So when they say they're a clean beauty brand, I think that they're taking that label really seriously as far as what they're not including in the formulation. They do have a full blacklist of the ingredients that they just don't include in their formulations, and I will leave a link to that down in the description if you are interested in finding out more information about that. And in addition to not including potentially problematic ingredients in their formulations, again, just like a lot of other clean beauty brands I featured on this channel, these products are formulated with a skincare focus in mind as well. Specifically in the cream blushes, some notable ingredients in here include green tea leaf extract and aloe vera extract, which help to calm the skin and provide antioxidant benefits. Also, all the products from this brand are cruelty-free and vegan. Talking more specifically about these products, so BeachPlease is a tinted balm formula. They say in the product description that you can apply it to the cheeks and the lips for a monochromatic look, and I've also seen people apply it to their eyes. So it can potentially serve as a multi-purpose product. Personally, I've never used it on the eyes, and on me, it's always kind of dried up on the lips and made my lips a little dry, but I love how it finishes on the cheeks. So I strictly wear it as a blush, but you do have the option to wear it however you want, and it's supposed to give you a natural luminous finish with a wash of color. So currently they offer 6 different shades of this blush. They're all supposed to be inspired by the colors of the sunset over at Santa Monica Pier in Los Angeles, and I picked up the 3 nudie shades, I guess if you want to call them those. Each individual pan retails for $20, and you get 0.158 ounces of product in here. I do just want to say I really love the packaging of this. First, I love the clear packaging on the front so that it's really easy for you to see the color of the product underneath. I also love how minimal the packaging is. They really didn't try to spruce it up or anything like that, but I actually don't mind that. I really love that the packaging is not trying to outshine the product, but I really love the cute minimalist design of this, and I also love how small it is. It's really easy to just throw in a pocket, in a bag, something on the go. So that's my little rundown of the product and the brand. So I do want to go ahead and get into the demo, but before I do that, I do just want to show y'all I did swatch the shades on my arm so that y'all could see the shades, and then I also went ahead and applied the blushes barefaced on my skin. I wasn't wearing anything but concealer, just so that y'all have an idea of what these blushes look like and what the color payoff is like on my skin tone, because I know a lot of people like to use my videos as reference for when they shop for cosmetic products because we have a similar skin tone. So I want to just go over that real quick before I get into the demo. So first, let's get into the arm swatches. I did swatch these pretty heavy on the arms so that y'all can have an idea of what the color looks like. Please excuse if some of the swatches are out of focus for some of the video. I am working with a new lens that's supposed to give me an even more blurred background because I really love that effect, but there's a little bit of a learning curve. You should still be able to have a good idea of what the color is. I just wanted to point that out. But yeah, I went ahead and swatched everything on my arm. Looking at the swatches from left to right, we have Power Hour, which is supposed to be a terracotta shade. We have Rush Hour, which is supposed to be a coral shade. And then we also have Magic Hour, which is described as a rosy nude shade. So that's what the shades look like, swatched heavy on my arm, not blended out at all. I did also go ahead and apply these to my cheeks and a little bit down the bridge of my nose just to show y'all what the shade actually looks like on my skin tone. I'm not wearing any product in these videos except a little bit of concealer just to even everything out so that you have a better idea of what these would look like on my skin. I just wanted y'all to see how the color payoff looks on my skin tone, so that way you have a more accurate idea of what these are going to look like, so that you can make a more informed decision if you do decide that you want to pick any of these up. Alright, so that's my little rundown on the brand, the product specifically, and my little demo swatches so y'all could see what it actually looks like on bare skin. So now I'm going to go ahead and do a demo for y'all to show y'all how this applies on top of a full face of products. So I went ahead and already applied it, but I'm going to go ahead and show y'all my application process and how this actually applies so that you get an idea of how this is going to interact with a full face of makeup. Alright y'all, so I'm ready to go ahead and get into the application. I'm really curious to see how the blush looks over a full face, but before we get into it though, I do just want to go over my off-camera skincare and makeup routine so that y'all have an idea of what's going on my face. So I just want to go over all that so that way when I do actually apply the blush, if it looks a little funky, y'all know what I'm wearing on my face, so that we can decide whether it was the blush that was acting funny or whether it was the other products on my face just not playing well with the blush. So for skincare, I just went ahead and used this First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Wild Oat Hydrating Toner. I just went ahead and applied some of this straight out the shower after I washed my face to go ahead and soothe my skin and help with infusing it with some moisture. And then I went over that with my Naturium Niacinamide Gel Cream, 5%. So this contains niacinamide, which helps to do a bunch of things, including evening out skin tone, regulating sebum production, providing antioxidant benefits and anti-aging benefits. There's also a decent amount of silicone in here, which helps to provide this occlusive barrier over the skin to help seal the moisture in, but it also creates this smooth barrier for my products to apply over top of, so that everything looks nice and smooth, and it helps to blur out my pores and all that stuff. And then it is daytime, so I did throw on a little SPF. So for sunscreen, I'm just using this Nivea Sun Cream UVcare SPF 50 PA4+. Nothing really special about this. It was just another Japanese sunscreen that caught my eye, so I decided to just give it a try. I've really been enjoying this one though, just like all the other Japanese sunscreens I've tried. It doesn't have a greasy finish. It has a nice natural skin-like finish. It doesn't really have an annoying fragrance. It doesn't leave any white cast, and it works in beautifully. So this has been what I've been using recently for my SPF, but I really enjoyed that. And then I did just do a little quick beat off camera, just because I want to see how this plays with other products and whether or not it's good on bare skin as well as a full face of makeup. So to even out my complexion, I just went ahead and threw some of this Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation all over my face. This is a cream, but it is supposed to be blendable over powders as far as I'm aware. And then I do have a little bit of bronzer going on, so I just threw on a little bit of this Danessa Myricks Beauty Power Bronzer, and this is in the shade medium. So that's everything I got going on my face. Pretty simple on the makeup and skincare. Okay, enough chit chat. I'm ready to go ahead and apply the blush. So I've decided I'm going to go on with the color Power Hour. So this is what it looks like in the pan. It's described as a terracotta color. I just feel like with everything going on my face, this will be the perfect shade for me. They say you can either dip a sponge or your finger in the product and then buff it into the skin that way. I'm going to go ahead and use a brush just because of hygienic reasons. I really prefer not to stick my finger in the products if I don't have to. I'm just going to go ahead and use a brush, and then if I do need to use a beauty sponge to blend out the edges or something like that, I will go ahead and use a sponge, but I'm not using my fingers. So I'm just taking this Real Techniques stippling brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and grab some product and then just stipple it on my cheeks, and we'll see how this looks. Oh, okay. She's pigmented. Definitely go in with less product than you think you need. I actually kind of like how that looks. And the color, oh my gosh, look at the color, y'all. That is beautiful. I love this. It meshed really well with the bronzer, and especially here on the cheeks. I feel like it's just giving me a nice natural sun-kissed look. So I did apply it over the bronzer, which I said was a cream bronzer, of course. But again, I also am wearing the Fenty Pro Filter powder foundation underneath. This is how it looks like blended out on top of all that. It actually blended out really well. It didn't gather up anywhere in the skin. It didn't catch or anything like that. It didn't blend out funny. It blended out perfectly, honestly. And like I said, they said to use your finger or a sponge, but I really like how this applies with a brush. So let me go ahead and get in a little closer so y'all can see how it looks on the face. I'm gonna go ahead and really subtly hit the bridge of the nose to just kind of give it a little bit more of a sun-kissed look. I'll go ahead and do just like a tiny bit up in the temples as well. Okay, so here's the blush, all applied and blended in. I've actually decided I don't want to use a sponge. I think it actually looks pretty good blended out with just the brush. I'm also loving how everything is just looking. It blended out seamlessly into the skin, even though I applied it over a powder foundation. And it really helped to emphasize the bronzer and really give it a nice sun-kissed look. You know, my skin just has that nice natural reddish flush you have after you step out in the sun. Everything blended together beautifully. It just looks nice and skin-like. It looks like a part of my complexion. There's no separation or demarcation between the bronzer, the blush, the powder foundation. Everything is looking nice and seamless on my face. I'm really impressed with how this looks and how it blended over a powder. Also, even though it is a cream product, feeling it on my skin now after I've let it sit for a minute, it's not tacky or anything. It's set down really well. It feels like it has a cream to powder thing going on. So even though this is a cream product, it does have a nice setting power. So this is what we look like from the initial application. I am going to do a little bit of a wear test for y'all. I want to show y'all how this holds up throughout the day and whether or not it performs. So I am going to wear it for a couple hours and then come back to show y'all what we're looking like. But currently it is just a little bit after 12 o'clock noon, so this is what we're looking like in the middle of the day. I'll come back in a few hours after I've done what I need to do today just to show y'all how it held up through everything and whether or not I still recommend the product after a full day of wear. Alright y'all, I'm back to do my final check-in and give my final thoughts on the blush. I'm going to keep this real quick and simple because we're not doing a rundown of the full face. We're really just looking at the blush, but I do just want to show y'all how everything held up. Currently it is a little bit after 7. I did do my first check-in at 12 o'clock, so it's been about 7 hours now. So this is what everything looks like. As you can see, 7 hours later, the blush is still here, hasn't gone anywhere. She hasn't left us. And then just coming up close, as you can see, everything is still nice and blended together. Everything is still meshing nice and well. And the blush itself too, despite being a cream formula, didn't break up at all. Everything's still holding up well, and all the products are meshing beautifully on top of my skin. It looks nice and skin-like. And like I said, in spite of the ingredients list, I actually don't find that this is greasy or tacky feeling on me. It's set down really well and it's held up well throughout the full 7 hours. It's nice and comfortable. It doesn't feel like anything on the skin. There's no stickiness or texture left behind. It blends out effortlessly and seamlessly. It doesn't emphasize any fine lines or texture. And like I said, it is a very high performing product. It is very pigmented. I would say with this product, less is more. If you do like a very pigmented blush, this will definitely be up your alley. But if you like something a little bit more sheer, you do have the option to do that with this as well. Just be careful to use a lighter hand with this. But yeah, all in all, I do appreciate this product. It held up well for the full 7 hours I wore it. I love the color payoff. I love how it sets. I love how comfortable it is. I love the ingredients list in here. I love that they don't include any problematic ingredients, and I love that they also include skin loving and skin soothing ingredients. And I always stand a brand that's cruelty free and vegan. So all in all, I'm really impressed with this product, just like everything else I've tried from Tower 28. I think pretty much everything Tower 28's made that I've tried has basically been a home run product and finds its way into my makeup staples, and this is no exception. So if y'all are on the lookout for a cream blush that blends in seamlessly, that has good color payoff, and that has a nice skin-like finish, I would definitely recommend checking this out. If you are on the fence about this product, definitely go ahead and give it a try. But that's the end of my review today. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments what you liked about this video, what you disliked. Let me know if you've tried these out before, what you thought, or if you're interested in trying them out after you've seen this video. Like I said, if you haven't already, just be sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell button as well so that you get a notification every time I upload a new video. And with that being said, I should be back shortly with new content. Bye.